There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers we giving us here and the parents of them. The work of my life without fear.
A lyrical health.
Master.
Play Paris, who make on you. I can't ask you to be venue. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And yes, I know money. And more, I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I wanna play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I wanna play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby. And I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Oh, money, oh, I can actually for 30 days, oh. I can knock me up, oh. I can't get out, oh. I can't get out, oh. International community come to my ear, oh. Liberia, Liberia. Oh, my people, now they got Liberia who want it, oh. Now they got Liberia who want it, oh. Now they talk about Liberia who want it, oh. Rescue team, oh. You say you get to rescue us, oh. I tried it, oh. Rescue team, oh. You say you get to rescue us, oh. I tried it, oh. And the people talk about property, oh. 500,000 US, oh. We try it, oh, my money, oh, I can actually for 30 days, oh, I can knock me up, oh, I can't get out, oh, I can't get out, oh, international community come to my ear, oh, Liberia, oh, my people, now they got Liberia who want it, oh, now they got Liberia who want it, oh, now they talk about Liberia who want it, oh. Rescue team, oh. You say you get to rescue us, oh. I tried it, oh. Rescue team, oh. You say you get to rescue us, oh. I tried it, oh. And the people talk about property, oh. 500,000.
That's why I said to minister to agencies. When you have an agency, make sure, apart from running an office, know your asset, know. So the army people know the demarcation, they know what land belongs to them. If they don't, there's a way to determine that. But we'll make sure that the army is not violating anybody's right.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them, but because
to reconsider who?
The occupants.
The army is entitled to decent livelihood at their place. God is not making new land. That place is for the army.
Okay.
And the army is going there to take the decent livelihood at their place. God is not making new land. That place is for the army.
Okay.
And the army is going there to take it back.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr.
Well, there you have it, folks. What a way to say the pleasant, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, what the time like. Check your time, maybe your gadgets, or maybe better still, check your watch if you have some. Because none of them we don't usually wear watch. Send the phones, the cell phone business. We don't usually wear watch, none of them. And anytime when you see people not wearing watch, like my own deacon, the president, that means a big boy, a big boy that can wear watch. So let's go, people. Help us share the show. The show will be interesting. Today is Thursday. For a matter of fact, the 5th of February, that means we're going 5 days in February, the second month, and the year remains the same, 2026. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Thursday edition of the SKTV show. Indeed, God is not making new land. That's why God work for the, it's just 6 days, right? So those of us who are religious people and who read the Bible and understand the scriptures, they say God work for 6 days and he rested on the 7th day. Yes, indeed. So God is not in any way now making a new land or making new thing, or God feeling what I ever said. So say my deacon. So the show will be interesting this evening. The show will be more than hot. Steve will be here very soon with us. Steve Bode, Moses will join us. Aisha Monk and that of Brother Ali, they will also join us if possible. Yesendi will also join us, and Brother AB will also be here with us on the show this evening. So, folks, there you have it. The show will be more than hot. Yes, a society, a country, when this thing happen, and we question ourselves. Where are we heading to as people? The Bible stories, right, about what happened during King Solomon days, where the two young women were claiming the child. They were what we call wisdom, But anyway, us share the show will be more than hot. The show will be interesting. And that's the kind of country we find ourselves in. No matter what, we can be deported from Liberia. So we just have to discuss. We have to agree and disagree. I know some of you now, your voting appetite has gradually waning away. Some of you now, you have no hope now of voting anymore. Some of you looking at everything, but we voted for experience, and we voted for wisdom, we voted for this, we voted for that, and nothing we see. So no need for me to waste my time to vote. But you still have to vote. No matter what, you still have to go to the pool and be able to cast your ballot. Yes, indeed. You have to vote. It is your right. Yeah, don't lose hope. Don't, the vote, don't be perplexed. Don't be perplexed. Or don't lose hope. Go ahead and time for voting, and stay vote. Maybe one day like Mark, Steve, and Brother Ali, or maybe the other people can always say, maybe the better leader will come one day. But for me, me always sitting here, I think the only better leader is the system. When the system is better, that means the leader will be better. But for now on, I don't trust nobody. You can't easily convince me. Yeah. Share the show. Monk is here, Brother Ali is here already. Help us share the show, people. For me, I trust nobody. Even myself, yes, I don't trust myself. Because I feel Wahala, it's just so kind of way. Whether we help us share the show, people. Go on, creating the animals. Come on. Yeah, James Marshall, my dear brother. Mama, you have to call me James. I have serious issue with you, but you have to call me my dear brother James Marshall. Long time I don't hear from you. Robert Fasulu Jacqueline, my brother, good evening to all of you. God is not in the habit of creating anything. God don't wait. Don't be telling us that you're real Bible, you're not going to read Bible. Man, you're going to be quoting and be telling us some wisdom. These are your wisdom. Why not? But Ali, good evening.
Never good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. Glad to be here. God has created Leo. So when you take
Nothing.
Leo, we take it from you.
But Ali, on a very serious note, God not creating anything. It's just about.
I just saw that video just 3 minutes ago. I just saw a man send it to me. I said, what did the paper talking here again?
Liberians will change until we change. No, we will change until we see all of the changes that will be doing.
Yep. So now people who cry for demolition and what have you, this is a clear warning now. The president said God is not creating land anymore. So make sure when you buy land, where you buying your land. Because if somebody say this is my land, they are going to take it from you because God not created land to say, oh yeah, they're coming to give you different land.
Jesus. You help us share the show, people. Yes, Ali, today you help us. Says Orita Zine, thank you for joining us. And Amoba Besa also thank you for joining us. The more just said, yes, we have a lot of things to talk about here today. Yeah, you know, and Brother Ali saying we started with that already.
We okay.
Yeah, all we fine. But let me ask you, Brother Ali, what you really think that God still creating, or maybe do anything? Me, I don't think so. Maybe my deacon do right.
For that one, I agree with the president. God not creating land anywhere now. Unless now like where we go and buy other country land and we be allied to our own. But God not creating land. No more Liberia.
So hold your land tight.
Hold your land tight.
Hold it tight. You know the talking about song they used to have here before. And I know. Hold it tight. Yeah, you know the kind of songs. Hold it tight. So if you make any mistake you make, someone will take your land. There's no land in heaven, no land anymore. The heavenly Father not producing land anymore. So if you know what would know, some of you out there who in land crazy, either just waiting and just forget it. Yeah, just forget it. That was it. Whatever, Brother Ali, good evening, my dear brother, and thank you for joining us on this our Thursday. In fact, this day will be hot more than ever before. But good evening. What's up, my brother? What say you? Everything?
Thank God, my brother. Everything okay. We are doing pretty well. Our ice melting. We are here observing it as a melting. The place get more cool and colder, but everything is okay. Has the family.
Yeah, wonderful. We are doing great. Thank God for life. My brother, we thank God for life with all of the happening, the economy, the situation. Let me be frank. Like last night when I went home, only to receive I don't know what kind of citation or Malay dollar about another payment. I say, yeah, God is good. I said, God is working. God be God. Is it gonna fit? Where my Digo is in action, then school sending citation or in fact sending her information about quarter payment. I say, yes, that's it. I just told the madam, I said, just put it in the cover. I want to send mama. So my brother is good. It's good to be alive. And let me be frank, mentally, I don't know about some of you out there, but if not so, almost 95% of our society, yeah, we are not mentally stable. Let me be frank. And that justified because economy-wise, yeah, we are challenged, no matter which sector you find yourself in. But I live on a very serious note, we are challenged. We are not okay, and nothing is moving fine. Don't mind all of the best clothes. Don't mind the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we look. Don't mind these things. Man, people, the struggle is real. So yeah, Brother Ali, family doing great. Well, then you say, but God there.
God there, my brother. We give everything to God in prayer. Yes. Yeah, what's up, James? We okay, bro? How you doing to your end? God is in control, my man. We give everything to God. There is nothing we can do. That's what I say. Only God can come monkey here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Monk, what's up? Welcome, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what a monk. I guess I think monk.
Okay, Y'all the Baptist people there. That how you can be here. Y'all the deacon there. Y'all get the kind of loose talk there, my man. How we all deacon get the kind of talk? Gonna creating land no more. Blah, blah, blah. My man. Or deacon is okay. We're in the whole country now. Or everybody shaking. Other people crying. They already gave them or notice and thing that they are coming to take them from where they are. And we been talking, oh, we want the president to speak. At least when he speak, the people will get hope. And for the president to come and speak today, telling people that God is not creating land. The army people, they learn for them, they had to take it because God not creating land. So we said the president should speak. The president has spoken, so that is it. If you know you are occupying government land, just find your way out because there will be no compensation for you at all. God is not creating land, you have to move out. We're sorry, it is not funny, and this is something very serious. Yes, the president has.
Yes, so to that, my brother, you're right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I said the president has spoken, take it or you leave it, and that's the end.
And let me just add up to you that have been trending. The president went at the EBK barrier today, where team pay a visit to some fire victims, and while you were there, that's how you were quizzed about the issue happening, especially with the entire demolition exercise and the one that's supposed to take place at the 72nd belt. So that's how the president responded, the way he responded to the question that was asked, even though he was also asking, consider who, he was also asking the journalist about consider who. So, but again, while the president was also there, the United Party chairman, Reverend Luther Tapper, also was seen today at the Satan end there where the demolition took place, and people, the other occupants.
Try to bring Monk in. What's going on?
Okay, no, let me see. Monk, let me see quickly. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Okay, because you are going off and on, so that's why I'll get you a little bit off so that you can set up. But thank you, Monk. Good evening, Monk, and welcome. Good morning, good afternoon.
Well, it's great to be here. Today is Thursday, almost getting to the end of the week. Pretty soon, tomorrow starts the weekend. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening. Too many things happening in the news. I don't think we can cover them all. The president's statement, because it's a land issue, that's a training issue for the week. And we call on the president to make an official statement, but it seemed like his statement was not even reassuring. It's the total opposite of what we call for, even though he showed up. That's one thing. Then I think there was a letter that came from Adam Snow to written to the pro-tem about this, or the reversion of the so-called harmonization law, a certain government ministry or agency, and something that contradict the some act when it comes to how to call this salary structure and stuff. And then Melvin Cole of the CNC is calling on the LRA boss to question his salary and his extra I don't know how to put it, whether I will call it stopping, it's not stopping, or immunity.
Benefits and so forth, everything that went up to almost 40,000.
Yeah, they are honor reporting the budget, but then they are not only honor reporting, they are inconsistency with the government consolidated account. So he's calling on the plenary to summon the LRA boss to come and answer questions. Those three things. Another important article, but I think we'll keep it for the new week from the FDA. We warn you guys about that managing director, that Rudolph Marat, that he has a background in logging, and he's trying to put a stop. He sent something out like a shockwave to the entire conservation of people, the people that have been investing more than 11 plus million library about the conservation of the forest. But we'll talk about that. I don't think we'll cover that because it gets so many to cover today. We've got too much on our plate. So we'll deal with this 3 minutes. But maybe I want you to play. I think we are close to 600. I want you to play that video again because I keep telling folks, listening is a skill. When people speak, that's why you are giving 2 ears in the mouth, single mouth. You got to listen twice as much as you speak, because when people speaking, you got to get the key message before you can make any kind of decision. Not only decision, before you can form a premise of an argument, you need to first understand the message the point to put across. So welcome to the show, Steve. But I don't know. Welcome, Steve, and then you can play that video again one more time. I just want you to play that video for the last time.
You're talking about the president?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Still welcome, my dear brother. Chairman, welcome.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Chairman.
gentlemen, I've been getting a lot of complaints that you guys have abandoned the social aspect of the show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and you guys can come and you just run straight into politics.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and to be honest, some of the women who you don't expect, they have complained and they said sometimes it can be very distressing before we get into the politics because politics we're talking all day.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's up with the Digon here, who won't maintain his Digon position. I don't understand. So the stress from having too many jobs in the country keeping you away from the social aspect. What's going on?
Today is Thursday too of all days. I mean, you can make the social.
I just don't understand this. Who you're working with a Digon and no,
I just told you last night that when I went home, what I said. So sometimes you be almost 95% or nearly 98. Like Morgan always say.
No, saying you've been following. I noticed saying you've been following. Saying you've been following Aliyu from the time Aliyu tried to take the social, the social vice chair position from Monk clandestinely. Saying you've been following the man, nothing been serious. You haven't been serious.
Yeah, maybe sometimes people make campaigning beyond the same. So we just got to look at some of the campaign and see what
folks, yeah, share the show. I'm begging you. The political umpa will get into it. We got plenty to talk. But let's share the show. I just want to say welcome to everyone, to the panelists. Gentlemen, y'all, hello. It feels good to be back. Folks, let's share the show. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. And the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. Let's share the show, please. We come on the show for her to be, we're not going to leave our business schedule and come here for her to just be saying that. The least you can do is to share the show. So let's share the show, folks. We're begging y'all. But maybe I don't know what kind of social issue going on before we get into it. What is going on socially?
Well, I don't know who's making noise. Someone is making noise on the back there. Well, so far, my brother, I think the only social issue that yes, I think something been trending a few times. I have to do with I don't know. Yeah, I think so far, apart from the other thing that we talk about that you and I hear about the ladies who making themselves, doing all kinds of things, video call, recording themselves, and some of the things being placed on the internet and so forth. Then with other few guys who the few time I think I sent that video to Monk and that about Aliu about their funny thing, as you can always call. The funny thing that they can always involve themselves into. So we also discussed that about the impact of parents tuning their children, and Monk really emphasize about the boys' children because sometimes the stress we carry. So far, so good. I think these are trending or social issues of the day that I've really been observing.
Oh, yeah, I saw some kind of video.
Yes, thank you, Laeda, Grace B. Stevens.
Yeah. Parading on. I mean, you don't come with a Grace Bennett. Slow down to the bell. Slow down. Rest your body with a Grace Bennett. What is going on with you and Grace?
They need to be investigated.
Yeah, I don't understand you. All the other people rating here, you can't see that one rating. You see Robert rating. Where a problem? You see, Shelton Edmond writing. You see all the men, the gentlemen that can't on the show and write. That a great person here behind. My man, rest your body today. I beg you. Lead the person here. Yeah. Sonny, don't make a show to look ugly. Funny today. Yeah, man. What's up with that Digon?
The Digon need to be investigated.
Yeah, but I don't understand that Digon. You made a whole show look funny now. Yeah, I don't understand, man. We know speak to like it, but about the Digon, man. Because the Digon let noise be. He say he let noise. You let noise.
After Digon,
well, folks, yeah, let's share the show. This is very, very serious and interesting. Yeah, let's share the show. To be honest, let's share the show, please. This is very interesting. This is very troubling. I saw that video of these young men. It might sound like a joking thing, but I saw this video of these young, able-bodied men not only talking the women, moving their hands like women, and they're in Liberia. So this is the one that we now see. The one that we haven't seen before, that haven't appeared on camera. This is a problem. When we raise these concerns, people think we hate people. or it's about politics or whatever it is. You know, and this is where the concern is. This is a problem. China lifted a ban, sanction, whatever you want to term it, as on their citizens to have more than one children. You can't have a society that will move forward for anything with the kind of behavior that we see exhibiting. This is serious, and we need to get serious about it. Those children, those boys that I saw on that video, the issue of homosexuality and gay business has increased tremendously under the CDC, under the Unity Party-led administration. This is not a joking thing. This is very serious. It got nothing to do with politics. It got everything to do with the fact that we are in some serious mess. The country, the people are already hungry. You got young, able-bodied men who's supposed to be, you know, future husbands to somebody, fathers, acting like woman, talking like woman, even the physical future. This is troubling, and people overlooking and things already. It's not a regular thing. It is not a regular thing. It is not a regular thing. The United Party is the homosexual party. Let me say it again. United Party, the homosexual party. I'll say it one more time. United Party, the homosexual party, the funny people in party. They can do a bunch of funny things in there. This is very, very serious. You guys don't care. And so it's very embarrassing. Look, me personally, I don't subscribe to people taking off their clothes. I was just talking to one of my friends last night. I don't subscribe to people, you know, women sending naked picture. Or they want. I don't care who it is. It's disrespectful. It's dishonoring. I'm going to say it. It's despicable. And it even makes the women look more vulnerable than ever before. No serious-minded woman, no mature and intelligent woman will sit on any phone and allow any man to ask them to send picture. Talk more about a woman taking picture of herself and sending it to men. It's disrespectful. It's dishonoring. I want to say this to all the young girls, to all the women out there. Any man I tell you to take a naked picture and send it to you, that man got no respect for you. That's not love. That's not being sexy, as you're terming it. It got nothing to do with that. In fact, you make yourself more vulnerable when you get involved with those kind of things. So this is embarrassing. This is troubling. And, you know, something needs to be done about this. You know, most of the girls are struggling back home, and they will engage into these sexual explicit things. First of all, say, why am I wasting my time? God forbid. I think I don't engage into that kind of thing. But why am I wasting my time seeing somebody naked picture? Why would do? I don't know. Maybe people who involved with it, maybe you'll get some kind of thing that the same way how when I say them thing, how can a man see another man want a man? How can your to do stand? How? Something got to be wrong in our brain. To be honest, that brain got to be altered. Let me not use BB words. That brain got to be turned upside down for you to see another man and you want to be with that man. It's something got to be wrong somewhere. Yeah. Let my boy Mo who let particle like that. Mo who let us see body everything intact. Then you can't see your friend Mo so move on like get so Mo can't even shit. Mo that big boy, you roll that level. What I that more I know you, bro.
I'm not interested in receiving Colombo, so nobody should send Colombo to me. I don't have that. But yeah, the thing, it's something we'll have to get used to when it comes to gay and homosexuality, because the industrialized world happens to be the nation that set the agenda for the rest of the world. So you just saw what happened with the Methodist Church in Liberia. Like, did it get the tip of the iceberg? Because with these big countries with economic power, they are able to impose their way on smaller countries. And even from a cultural standpoint, we tend to copy from them. So if it's happening in America, wherein you have a president who came up with this marriage equality law, our so-called Black American president, he didn't want to legitimize it here. So the next thing you start seeing it is start penetrating churches, because I know people who from traditional community or religious background, whether you are from Islam, Christianity, or Judaism, they think about homosexuality is considered forbidden. It even considered abominable. So when you see a man of God in a church and you see churches in the US with gay flag on their symbol, it's just an attack on religion. They are not men of God. Don't be fooled. In America, it's all about cultural warfare. Because if the Bible is telling you that gay and lesbianism is abominable to God, then a man of God cannot preach and accept gay and lesbianism. So it's just politics trying to penetrate the church. And when you penetrate the church, then it becomes prevalent in Africa and other third world countries, because they will definitely, that's why you went to the Lusaka Convention in Zambia. They are telling you to sign up to the international law, because when you are a signatory to it, it means you have to accept them. That's the whole idea. So when you see men behaving and walking like women, you know that this is just the beginning. We will have to accept it. Matter of fact, we are signatory to that particular agreement, so we have to accept them. So technically, it's almost like you are trying to destroy the original family value. So when you hear about abortion and gay right now, they think are not policy. They just trying to destroy the traditional family value, because two men cannot have a kid, two women cannot have a kid. So if we accept it in the Western world, because the last time I checked, most confused Negro claim that they are Democrat, and this is something that you sign up for in America, so it shouldn't be a problem back home. We will have to accept them. They have become law. They are part of our society. We go to international conferences and sign up to these agreements. So we just have to accept now that they are part of society, because they are going as far as entering churches. And why do you think they want to bring it to the church? Because in Africa, we follow churches, we follow mosques, we follow our religious leader. So that's the easiest way to penetrate into society, by using religious institutions. So we got to get used to them. That's just where it is.
Yeah. And Monk, you said it right, because you know what? Unfortunately, I know people will get vexed when we say some of these things, but the churches are the places where these things are really, 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 really embedded. You know, when we started saying these things on a show, some of you got uncomfortable, you got pissed off, you get vexed, we're attacking your religion, we're attacking the church. Let me say this to you. If you got to defend your God, if you got to defend your religion, then you might as well not be inside again. Let me say it again. If you got to defend God, the God that you praying to or you serving, if you got to come and make excuses and defend that God, then you might as well not worship that God again. So you might not worship that God again. No, you shouldn't. If you got to defend your religion, those religious people, not only the homosexual beneath that they're in. Let me say it to y'all in that country. I know some of you will get in your feelings and you will get vexed. But some of us, we stand unrepentantly by the truth. We don't go back. I don't negotiate. One thing I like about myself, I don't negotiate no part of my life. I don't waste time with it. I say as it is. I'm not looking for people to agree with me. I'm not looking for cheering squad. I'm not looking to be your favorite person. I don't want you to like me. I can't say the truth and I move on. Most of your pastors in Liberia, they're not only homosexual, they're in society. And yeah, today. Your pastor there, most of your pastor and your men of God there. That why? What we want to church and they started molesting and sodomizing molesting the little girls and sodomizing those boys. We want to church and you don't just speak up. I'll wait. Look, I'll wait. Bring me one statement where your pastor were on the pulpit or your pastor were in public on your Facebook page or somewhere public and even disagree. Bring it. I'll wait. Most of them, in Liberia, we can say silent means consent.
The only thing you can hear from them is we're in the end time. So anything you see, that's it. These are kind of more. And I don't even know what kind of more.
What are the Baptist church that Melbourne can go?
All we put it into the people's mind.
I never saw one statement from Tuporo Baptist Church. The church you can go Melbourne.
My man, we in the end time. I'm telling you.
Let me start with you on the show. Your church where you can go, where you pay tax and offer where you remember. And
we in the end time. And I want the person I can say that the only thing that is finished. We in the end time.
The Methodist Church, no statement. With everything that going on in the country, silence means consent. So it left for you now. For you to really sit there and think for choo. Your pastor then
Only the religious people that know the end time.
Most of
Everything about things for them to respond and hold these wicked people accountable. Say, no, we need end time. You know, you lead the people, you do the one we need. Which end time? You know when the war will end? You know? But everybody again, my brother, that's the kind of society.
Well, the Jesus that the power in the Bible, they ask Jesus for end time. You're going to tell them what the end time. You're going to tell them the exact time. Like you a homosexual pastor and you in society that you don't know end time. You see what man
really get that other concept, or maybe that other mind, or maybe that other talking for most of them. But the time things happen, for example, even around the world, where you see the other country bombing the other country, they say, we in the end time. And
yeah.
we see,
they bomb Israel. Israel go by and retaliate. Keep people in innocent children. Israel, that's what I end time.
You're right.
It's troubling, man.
This issue about the Colombo business, you know, I always say this.
We mean Colombo. Wait. What do you mean Colombo?
I'm let Ali speak. You've been talking about what Ali said in your question.
Once I have a Colombo, did he ask you?
Yeah.
No, to be honest, I didn't get outside for more. Like you are heard so I know what's going on.
They meant talking about the naked picture, the naked video, women sending via the Colombo ready.
This issue about sending naked picture, video to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, these things they are not good. If we looking at ourselves, we say, oh yes, we are children of God. You say, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, this and that, and whatsoever religion you want to go to. I think it is not good. Because first of all, as a man, for you to look at somebody who's not daughter, you forget it to know you have a mother, you have a sister, you get a girl child. And just because you helping that girl with $25 or $50 to get food on her table, and you in America, Canada, any part of the world, and you just want her to be going in bathroom, putting camera on herself, taking picture, you have even this. That's an insult to even your own mother. Because if you regard your mother as a woman, you have a sister, you get daughter, whatsoever, you can do that. If you want to have distant relationship, you want to eat dog, don't look in the ear. Just be sending the money. The day you go Liberia, you had the best that you want to have with the person. But it is not good. And I will always say this. Even the ants on the ground, God can provide for them. To our sisters, stop disgracing yourself. That alone, it undermines your integrity as a woman. No man will value you. For you to be brave enough, you taking picture of your nakedness, sending it to them. They will think that you can do it to any other man. They are not going to take you serious. If that's the only thing they can do, if God say, if you send that naked picture to that man, you will not survive, so be it. But you were living before that man came into your life. And to our brothers, you have to stop this. You have a mother, you have a sister, whether you get girl child or not, but no tomorrow you will get girls children. And even yourself as a man, taking your naked picture, sending it to a woman, you undermining yourself. What is that? When you see that picture, what will it do? What feeling will picture give you than meeting the person for you to be together and have intimacy? What feeling will get from that? What satisfaction will really get from looking at your man naked picture or woman naked picture? You have to stop this thing. It is not good. Then when you finish, you go in the mosque. Allahu Akbar. When you finish, go in the chair. Oh, Jesus. When you finish, share all the naked video name to one another. Just stop that. This is not good. Thank you.
And let me add up to you quickly, my dear. But the reason why you see most of the things happen, like you just said, most of our sisters, I think they are the ones that are doing this thing for business because of little or nothing. And I don't know what kind of trust that the two partners will be having, that someone send you their naked photo, you're thinking that photo won't leak. I mean, I don't know where you're coming from with that kind of mindset that photo won't leak. It's a little lie. Even that person's phone may likely lost, or something may happen to that person's phone, or someone else may even go into the person's phone unknown to you. So what kind of confidence that you have to share your naked photos or video with people? If you want to see, like what you just said, my brother, if you want to see negative, they put have internet here, they put have website. They have everything. Go on the website and do whatever you want to do, and move on with yourself. Instead of you requesting for people naked for the job because of $100, $50, and most of our sisters, because they want iPhone, they want all of the flashy life, they won't be looking good, they won't be looking at this, so they have to be sending all of their naked photos all of the time to men. You are doing business. Let me tell you, every time when you send naked photo, get it in mind that you are doing business. Because that man, that photo, that white man keep it. The day you want to trip. Oh, but that's the evidence.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Anytime we talk on any social issue or economic issue, I always tell you the impact of that economy or jobs, right? Even in the great United States, the reason you won't hear from these smaller churches or other churches from around the world, especially in developing nations, because don't forget, all the churches have foreign boards. They get their funding from churches overseas. They are the one that give them their direct financing, like the Catholic Church, the Methodist Church, the Episcopal, the Presbyterian. Yeah, they got their foreign board. Now, if churches in America or any part of Europe will endorse same-sex marriage, you expect churches in Africa to oppose to it? It's the same way with gay and lesbianism, and they sending naked picture. People who believe that they got money, that they oversee, they got influence, and they understand the economic hardship back home. That's why even in America now, certain jobs, certain corporate job you want. Because the whole thing about gay and homosexuality was all about society. It was not about sex. It was not about feeling. It's not about pleasure. It's all about power. It's all about prestige. It's all about control, right? That's just why it was all about. So now, even in this great country with some qualification or how smart you might be, in certain institutions, if you're not part of that stuff, you're not getting job. It's common in a hospital. You go to IT, you go to top industry. If you are not part of that nonsense, you can't even get a job. You go to a job, you see some kid, he even got an associate degree, but he's a supervisor for people with master's degree with 10-year experience in technology. When you see him walking, his trouser briefcase can't even go between his legs. Yeah, because that's it. Now, they even got it on their badges in the hospital, the nurses and the doctor. That's how far these people go. Why do you think that is happening? Because they are powerful financially. And when somebody holds an economic power, they can detect to you. That's one of the reasons, right? Let me tell you something that joke. In 2010, I can remember doing this same gay and lesbianism conference, because when they passed the marriage equality right here, I can remember Obama went to Africa and he was trying to sell that idea. One of the biggest credit he ran into was Rahul Mugabe. Rahul Mugabe hate gay and lesbianism to death. And the Obama administration at the time, they wanted to attach US aid to Africa based on homosexuality. Because Mugabe said, if you bring that nonsense, that we want to punish you. Obama said, y'all know. If you punish the name, you cannot receive any assistance from the US. But Mugabe said, but if that's the case, then F you. Because it won't work yet. There are two countries that opposed them at the time. It was Ghana and Zimbabwe. So Mugabe said, if that is going to be the precondition for us receiving US aid, then we want your money. Because anybody try that nonsense in Zimbabwe, on my watch, as president, you will be punished. And it brought big issues. So, like I said, economic power always carry weight. Smaller countries cannot oppose to bigger countries. So, if you are seeing it in churches here, then more than likely all the churches and religious institutions in Africa will end up succumbing to their economic pressure because they got money. The one who gets the money make the rules.
Well, Monk, you made a very good point. I just wanted to add up by saying something that Milton said before we get into the politics. You know, I was talking to one of my friends and he said, you know, he saw a couple of pictures in his girlfriend's phone and he know why the girl took picture of herself or something like whatever it is. And I told him, I said, leave her. He said, why? I said, because she got that picture to send it to another man. She took that picture to send it to another man. No sound-minded woman or serious-minded woman will go take a naked picture, keep it in her phone because she won't keep it there. No, not true. She come and send it to somebody else. I said, my brother, you're done. Oh, I told you. I said, you are done.
No.
Then convincing that she won't send it to him. I said, you and a woman, you're living in the same house. You see each other every day. What did you not see on her before?
Yeah.
I said, to you. I said, my brother, you are drunk.
You are drunk. Yeah.
I said, leave her, brother. Walk away now before your disgrace be too good.
Yeah.
She finished setting the trap for you, my brother. Leave it. The reason I'm saying this is no sound-minded person will even go take. Just think about it.
Yeah, think about that. Why will we keep a naked picture?
You leave your whole busy day to go stay in the bathroom, take all your clothes and take picture of yourself to be looking at it. When you can go in the bathroom and look at your own naked. You really swear about you? I told my boy to leave, and he about to leave. Because I have big balls in.
Let me just say,
let me ask you, Steve. What are you telling him? What he was thinking about?
The man I told him say he drunk. I told him say, look, I told him say that girl already gone. He said, what do you mean? I said for her to reach to that stage where she went to take naked picture of herself to send it to another man. She already vulnerable. She done, brother. She not coming back again.
Steve, let me tell some of you today. If you want to know how most of these things they are all trap, let me tell you today. Just make it fake. In fact, it's you. One day, and maybe that's when they just spark off. Tell that person that no, maybe you can't do this because of this, because of that. You will see their reactions. As soon you tell them that, oh, maybe this won't happen, I'll not be able to do the one for you, they will start to threat you by that photo or maybe that video that you sent to them.
Yes.
Don't look fake video. Don't look. Some of you out there, you don't even know these things. You see, people blackmail people. That's why you hear these things today that people blackmail people just because of all of these simple things. And these things, sometimes if you're not careful, lead you to your grave because you want to take your own naked photo or maybe your video in the name of you are having fun with some kind. And Steve, just imagine most of our sisters, they'll be having fun with these fruits. Can you imagine, for God's sake? And you have that kind of people watching it. Then you're insulting us now with the men that can be trying all of our best. That we're not good. Let's think and always say that 1 million men with this and that. You will be having fun with fruit of all. But you won't forget to perform miracles.
Somewhere else now.
And that one of the things I can't even understand because these other people you saw all their naked video picture in leak all on social media. Why? They trusted these men, and at the end of the day, this video leak. So what come to your mind? You still want to trust somebody again? You think these were people that they trusted? At the end of the day, their pictures are all on social media. That video today, my sister, you have to stop that.
You're missing the point.
Yeah, men, naked video can be out there.
Yeah.
For me, women are always a victim in most of these things. And this is where now when they finish do that left and that when you come near the person, they say, oh, you will not touch me till you marry me. As if to say they are virgin. Yeah. When we say this thing, you say, oh, you can be hard on the women because you people can suffer the most. And this is just one can just be a massive.
Yeah.
So Mark, let me ask you this question. Yeah. Let me ask Mark on this question, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's because of the gay and lesbian business that's why the people are suppressing marriages around the world? Or let me ask you, because you possess something very, very important. Because the issue of marriage business now around the world, people don't easily give it that attention and that care. Anytime a lady can walk out, because if you notice, most of our people who are roaming around today, they are all divorced people. And at the end of the day, they gave the woman almost 99.9% right. And we, the men, they want to suppress her. So do you think it's because of the gay, lesbian business? That's why the society is suppressing the issue of marriage?
Oh, let Steve come in there and respond to that question. I think he was trying to say something.
Well, first of all, let me say this, to the vulnerability. I don't feel sorry for any man or any woman who the naked picture come outside. I don't feel sorry for them. The only way I will feel sorry for you unless you were intoxicated and you did not know, or you were under the influence of something you did not know, and somebody took your picture unknown to yourself, then that's a total different case. Apart from that, any other case where you are a grown woman or a grown man and you decide to take a picture of yourself or take it and send it to somebody, do you understand that when you take any kind of picture of yourself in your cell phone, wherever you put it, you got no more control over it? Do you know that? Whether you send it to somebody or not, or just in your phone, you got no more control over it. That's it. So if you choose to make yourself vulnerable, I hear some people saying, oh, and we're having fun, so we record it. I was saying, you're a grown woman and you sit down knowingly go record yourself on video. Well, say you won't be recording your setting or whatever it is. Then when you're ready to get into your business, then you'll call all who's here. Why you gotta record it? Just call all who be there. Do the door open up, don't close the door again. Please. In fact, going forward, say you like to naked yourself, don't wear clothes again. Be your birthday suit to be passing around the street. I mean, because we're already seeing everything anyways. What mean that you calling again? What you hiding? What's going on? Why you gotta have something again? We already know what's up. So when you start wearing clothes and acting like you somebody and you want somebody to dignify you or take you seriously, then I start questioning your mental state too, because you make no sense. You know, I heard somebody say this, and I want to say this to everybody. Also, be clear on some things. No responsible, mature, grown man or woman will ask another person to see their naked picture. No way.
No date.
No way. There should be no way. In fact, going forward, any woman, whether your husband, your boyfriend, your significant other, whatever title you get for them, if that person ever asks you to send them picture, stop talking to them. They're disrespectful. That is the most thing you can do to any woman. It's disrespectful, it's dishonoring. It is. And some of you take these things for joke because they go a very, very long way. Do you know what it means for your sex picture or your naked picture to be outside in public? Do you know what that means? You know the psychological impact? Even if that person can't alienate hitting them or whatever, that's not true. It's an everlasting stigma on you. Even when you imagine your children in the age of technology see your sex video outside. Do you understand the implication of that? I see somebody trying to joke around in a book on Facebook talking about they will see my sex video or picture outside. I want to see that man or that woman. Maybe that in the next word. I want to see that. They haven't born that man or that woman yet. No, they have not. Because first of all, I don't even deal with kids. That's the very first thing. So me and nobody kind of level, yeah. Yeah, I'm a big boy. I don't roll on funny level. So you can't, that thing not even part of me, sir. So I want to see that person. Plus, I don't drink. I don't smoke. So where you went to my picture? Ooh, I want to see that man or that woman. They haven't born you yet. I want to see it. They born you. Even my text messages with people on Facebook, bring it outside. See. You think I'm on reckless and funny level there? Hey, really a big ball. But let me answer your question. We can move on to
the whole thing. I mean, it's a twofold thing where they whole thing about picture and exchange. Maybe I'll answer your question later. I think what Steve just said. I don't want to lose my screen at all here. The problem here is, when you just observe social media, I told you one thing. I said we live in a consumerized world where everybody keep being obsessed with material things, right? It takes money, it takes resources. Most especially in developing countries, you don't have too many opportunities in terms of job and income. So when you see women going beyond enemy line by mailing you Colombo in all form, shape, in all color, somebody pulling in WhatsApp, all the things. What do you think they are doing? They are monetizing the sexuality, and they are not afraid of leak. People who are afraid of leak won't be distributing Colombo when you're selling bread and cheese. No, that's not how it works. They are doing it to a target audience, mostly people that live overseas. Whether you're in Australia or Canada, I bet you now maybe if I log in your phone, I see too many Colombo because they believe you're right in Liberia. They're not going to send you too many Colombo. But I go in Aliu phone, I go in Steve phone, in all kind of envelope, blue envelope, brown envelope, WhatsApp video, highlight. I can tell you that for sure because the only thing that these people live overseas. I'm gonna say I live overseas. So if a man who lives overseas will be stupid enough to engage in that nonsense, knowing fully well he could be blackmailed, they can weaponize his own sex video against him because he lives overseas. Then it's up to him. But I know most of the women, most of the girls these days. Maybe what make you think when you log on the Facebook highlight reel, 90% of the pictures you will see, they are all naked pictures. Why think they are doing it? Because they want people going in their inbox. Right? That's the only reason. They care about leaked video or leaked photo. No, the only reason. It's almost like marketing. That's why I'm saying maybe prostitution. Now I began to understand when they say prostitution is the oldest institution in the whole world.
Yeah, in our way.
I'm talking to a whole different level where people who you thought were decent, they are telling you who they are because you get them into that Facebook, make you to misbehave. But when you go on Facebook, I say you 90% of women pictures you see online, they are naked. They are doing it. It's a method to their mind. They are doing it with an intent. They are doing it with a motive. And guess what? They are doing it so because they know men will respond to this kind of a thing. And you see 5 guys 10 guys will come in your inbox. The next thing you chatting with them. And when you chatting with them, what you sending them next? Naked picture of Colombo. When you send Colombo, what they send? $75, $100. So it's a marketing gimmick by women, but only stupid men, like I said, from overseas will get engaged in such a behavior because you know you are risk. Because the next thing, if somebody take your naked picture of a man in Africa and say, oh, if you don't send me this, I will send them to your wife or to your girlfriend or whatever, what you do, you will succumb. So they are not targeting people around them. It's not local. They are looking for the international audiences, and that's just what it's all about. You need to be smart about this, and they could care less about leaking their video, because a woman who is really interested in keeping her privacy, she won't be sending naked picture in every man out there inbox. It won't happen. So it's just a hint to the wise, like you say.
Well, Melbourne, to the question,
yes, to the question.
To the question that you asked before I even get to that question, to the question I asked, to buttress Monk, which is the truth. Look, let me say this. I respect prostitutes. I do. It's the oldest business in human history. Go check your record. Even the Jacob that you can call the God of Jacob. Hey, I can go to church and pray to God Jacob. Jacob slept with prostitute. I challenge anyone, your pastor, your bishop, your deacon, whoever, your biggest man of God you're getting, like, let him discuss that topic. Jacob slept with prostitute. What are you talking? We're talking people thought of discussing serial manner issue there. What are you talking? I'm looking at somebody who the pastor can read Bible for. My pastor can read Bible for me. No, he can't read Bible for me. Jacob slept with prostitute. In fact, the knee were not prostitute back in the day. Go check your Bible. The knee were harlots. At the time, how they used to call it?
Yeah, the harlots.
So it's a big business. In fact, in America today, one of the biggest situations we have in America today, somebody who not died a couple of years back, Epstein. What kind of noise you hearing? You hearing all the big governmental men and need from different countries there. And I let you in and caring for them sleep with them. And I want that prostitution ring they were running. What are you talking? I told you that show we at. We're talking people boarding conversation today. On the issue of gay and homosexuality, unfortunately, is one of the odious things that exists among mankind. It is. It's not going anywhere, not going away. Because if it's all to go away, according to the Bible, when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, it's only read there. It left there. I lead that story back. You lead that story. Most of your pastor then, you're hearing, you go there and let them get vexed. Someone listening right now on the radio, let them get vexed. Most of your pastors, your church leaders, your politicians, your big political people, they're homosexuals. They marry, but the husband and wives or girlfriend to another man. Yes, I'm saying it to you. You get vexed. On Sktv, we are the first group of people to ever come on air openly and told you this before the Methodist Church started. You remember? We told you, and we are telling you now. We are telling you again. They have they infested the entire country with that. Your children, especially from the United Party, people, your children have been exploited for that. Some of you, your boyfriend and your boyfriend who looking okay in the face, they're doing something. Keep their job, they're doing something. I'm telling you today. A big conversation we're having today. We're not having a funny conversation where we're going to be having. We're discussing the issue before we get to the politics. Y'all want to hear politics, but you don't want to hear the thing that destroying the fabric of the country.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't want to hear. They're destroying yours. Look, when I saw the young men pictures and they talking like women, I sat down for long. I said, we get from one problem to another. We get economic problem, then we get human resource problem. That's the biggest problem you can ever face on earth.
Well, yeah, human resource.
Human resource problem?
Yeah.
Where the next generation, the next group of people, those young men and what I saw, supposed to be husbands, fathers, and they can't look at another woman. We got problem. We have some problems on our hands. We have problems. You know, I thank God. I tell God, thank you. That I let woman. Oh, I tell God, thank you. I'm grateful for that choice. I am grateful. And I will say it today. I don't subscribe to anything that has to do with homosexuality. I don't support it in any way, shape, or form. I don't subscribe to it. I could care less. We discuss this serious issue. So, Monk, one of the issues that the United States and every other person have flagged on us is human capacity building.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, look, Monk, we have a problem, bro. We have some
problem. We have problem. We're in some deep mess. We're in some irreversible mess.
I can understand the problem, Steve, you and I know here, people who are living this life when it comes to homosexuality, all these things, these people, they are better, or most of them, these are people, but Liberia, you see, people who stayed when they're looking for $5, $10 to start their day. I don't want to call them like that. But when you see some of them say, and then they want to put themselves into this thing, people that are doing it, that money people, they're doing it because they get money, everything. But you're over there, you're still struggling. In the money, say you think you have to get $10 to go buy money kalama to start your day. Then you say you want to put yourself homosexuality, you want to put yourself lesbianism, this and that, all kind of dirty. When you see some of them say you don't even want to swallow spit, I don't really know why people should put and say anything that you even say you want to sustain yourself. Well, that's Liberia for us. Yeah.
That's why I always subscribe to traditional value and the issue of creating jobs. When you have jobs, Steve, when you have a source of income, it becomes very difficult for you to subscribe to nonsense. But it becomes hard for you to subscribe to things that contradict your personal belief. Because survival is basic human instinct. Some of these things come from extreme poverty. No job, you young man, you go to college, you can't even get a job. No souls, no income, no hope for the future. And somebody telling you, oh, I must sleep for you before I can give you a job. Okay, it gives a value. That's something no man will want. But at the end of the day, someone will be like, you know what? Well, that kind of a level of suffering I've been going through, I got to compromise on this. And people take advantage of that. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to homosexuality, it's not about sex. It's not about pleasure. It's not about enjoyment. Because I know everything that was created in this world, they say the opposite attracts. Even the battery, the how they call it, the jumper cable you can use in your car, the battery, the poles, they are opposite, right? Negative and positive. Only negative and positive work. In the case of human, it's only man and woman that can derive pleasure or bring forth children to extend that generation. So if you contradict those traditional standards for life in itself, then it's not only an attack on the family, you are also destroying future generations and you are suppressing people. You know, one thing I tell people, when you come to this country, when you really observe these people's system, and everything has a root in history. There got some people who believe that when the population in the world increases, it takes away from them. So they want to suppress population growth because they don't want to share too many resources with other people. So when they come up with some of these laws, it's not only about the politics. No, it's all about the history. It's all about the control. It's all about that fundamental belief. Why would you tell me, say, Steve, I want for women to get married? Like the question may be asked. Then somebody say, I come over feminist movement wherein women can challenge men. If women will challenge men, then you know that at the end of the day, more women will end up with our men. And when you can have women and men bonding, then you cannot have a family. The family is the most important building block in any society. For the country to even thrive, you need the family to exist. Because you must cannot have children. If we cannot put the family together, how can we impact the community? How can the community impact the county? How can the county impact the nation? So everything is done with a motive. So when somebody brings about homosexuality, about feminist movement, all they are telling you is, I want to destroy the traditional order in terms of the family hierarchy so you cannot have a country in the future. Like you just said with our young men, they're walking the women, posting the women. How can you tell me 20 years from now, the country will be better? No, you are literally telling me you want to destroy my country in the long run. That's all you are telling me intelligently. And that's just what's happening. So it's a very complicated issue, and I hope people that's why it is. Yeah. Well, when you tell women you can challenge men, you know men come with certain authority, women got a role to play. If you come up with a movement wherein women will just keep waging a war against their own men, then you just want to destroy the family pattern. Because the reason you have kids, because you know one day you will get old, you are imparting certain knowledge into your kids, certain training, certain orientation, that when you are gone, your children continue your legacy. So if you are waging war on the young people, you're taking away opportunity, you are sleeping with them because you believe that they are economically deprived. You're telling women to start disrespecting men, that I can make it out of men. You are literally telling me I won't have a country in the future.
So
That's it.
Well, Monk, you're 100% correct. And the deep insight to also that to add up is, is there to control population growth and so forth.
Yeah, population growth.
And it also has the ability or the potential. I was reading these few days, I find out that there's been a decrease also in the United States in the population growth.
Yes.
Before Trump, and so forth. And the reason for that is you have the increase of men acting like women.
Mm-hmm.
You have the increase of women, quote unquote, being independent, acting like men. But we're not even talking about that yet. We haven't even talked about the new thing that they've introduced to the world now, the toy thing that they got going on with, where you pop by most of the women in houses, 2-3 in the morning, they're at a barber shop, they got that. So, as funny as it sounds, these are realistic facts that we're faced with. You understand? And so it becomes very challenging. It becomes very challenging for us to even see. Look, let me say this: it's a waste of time. It is a waste of time. You are wasting your time. You are missing out. You are wasting your time. You are missing out. That's why I say, thank God. Thank God I let woman business. I thank God for that. If I let anything in the world, I let woman business. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I won't be me, I let. Yeah. I thank God for it. Oh, I thank God. I thank God. Because to even think about that in itself, so you got to be mad, something got to be wrong with you. I mean, B-ball, so lead you. And can go do funny. You ready? You're not ready yet. You ain't even ready. I understand the core power. What? You crazy? So I'm saying this to say we got to get to the point where we will have these realistic conversations and not dodge them, not go around with them, not try to make it a little fun or make it a little sweet or stay away from them. We shouldn't do that. We should have this conversation and educate our people. Look, while dropping my son to school and I'm dropping my daughter to school, at the ages, I start to ask them who they like on the campus. Mm-hmm. Their girlfriend, I start to introduce that conversation to them. Why are you talking? Why are you talking? I saw you on funny thing. I saw you on funny level. Yes, and that's why the women are giving us a hard time. Because you pass around and hold it, 10, 11 and that. They finish cussing all their own Facebook. Our men are nothing. They can live with all men. No hypocrite. They got power shot in there. Yeah, vroom. The whole community that noise. That making noise here. Who's out there will be over here. Hypocrite. We're not on that. No, we are not. And some days we'll discuss the psychological impact and the destruction those machines that I get passing around way that can be making noise in the hall. We're discussing how it's impacting you guys to the point that you know that even if you have real men in your life, you'll not be able to keep him.
Absolutely.
You know that?
Not be able to keep it no more because if you start to use machine, no man can certify.
We'll discuss that. You have to pass the machine again. You say, talk about you not need me in your life. You need men. Don't let nobody think you need men.
But Steve, who you think came out with the idea of the machine? The daily, like I said, every time something is done in the West, it's done with a motive and intent. You got to sit back and observe.
What?
If somebody is going to create a machine that operates with 20 horsepower, they know there is no man in the world that will operate at that level because it's a machine. It uses battery. Men, you got energy. Men, when you engage in sexual activity, your blood is running high, your heart rate is pumping. They know you will never perform anywhere closer to a machine. The stimulation you can get from that machine, trust me, if you get used to that machine, it means you will never mess with a regular human being. No, you cannot be messing with a regular human being, so you cannot be able to reproduce. So at the end of the day, all these policies and all these things, everything is designed for population control. That's just why it is. Let me give you another instance. You talk about children. They got something in this country they call gender reassignment surgery, where they say taxpayers should fund. It's a very hot button political issue. They are telling you, you can train your boy to become a man, and one day he can just come to school and say, "Dad, I won't be a woman." So we'll go and take the men's stuff from in front of him and put women's stuff there. Can you imagine that? So if you think about this, it's not only politics. No, it's beyond politics. You got to see one step or two steps beyond politics. No rational person will look at their son or daughter who they've grown at the age of 10, 11, and you got people in the schools indoctrinating this kid. They're giving them exercises that will change their behavior so they can say, oh, your son say he's not comfortable in your body, he wants to be a woman. Are you kidding me? You've been telling me that I've been having my son for the past 7, 8 years. I know him. He never exhibited this behavior. And you are telling me that when he comes to school, that he behaving in a funny way that suggests to you, the teacher, that he wants to be a woman. Since when? Because you are the one training him to behave that way. Why he's not showing the tendency at home? But that what's happening now in this country, in this great country, that schools are indoctrinating children. As young as 5 and 6, they will bring books where they call them drag queen, where the men look like woman, but you see a muzzle, a modern Goliath muzzle. He in the classroom teaching kids. Guess what? They want to make them familiar. They even put it now on the TV in the form of a cartoon. They got gay and lesbian cartoon now in this country. So everything is subconscious programming. They just want to mess the society up so they come out with this thing. And people think that, oh, it's because of politics, you want to be conservative, liberal. I said, no, bro. It's the destruction of traditional family values. It's all about control. They know exactly what they are doing. Your child never wake up one day to tell you that he want to become a woman, but he took it from the school. Who you think told him that? Because the school told him that he can be a woman, even though he was born a boy, telling him he's uncomfortable in your own body. Who told you that? No, it's an indoctrination. It's an agenda-driven thing. So people got to be very careful. And it's getting worse out there. Not only in Liberia, all over the world.
Well, but more, even worse to say it, how can you tell me that my child or my children don't get to make decisions because they are underage? But when it comes to that part, you get to listen to them.
Yes.
That they think that they're supposed to be. How does that work?
You're not comfortable in your body.
Right. How does that work? But you know, like you said, these things are all meant for population control. They're not meant to benefit you in the long term. That's why I've always said the only reason I don't support homosexuality or lesbianism or what, there is no long-term benefit. No long-term benefit. No long-term benefit. And you know the one that can make me laugh, I don't get it, who I can see passing around say they had they don't want men again that their friend woman they want. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. My sister start getting yourself put your life together and behave yourself. I saw someone a video passing on Facebook. I saw two girls kissing each other. I said, oh yeah? Okay. Y'all waste your time. Y'all hypocrites, y'all waste your time. Please waste your time. You need men in your life. Oh. Don't let nobody fool you. Oh. You need men in your life, my sister. You do. You do. You do. You do. You know, I used to tell the church people back in the days, I want you to show me who you're buying your mom. Then you say you're homosexual. Show me who you're buying your mom. If there are two women or two men born you biologically, I would never criticize homosexuality in my life. Never, ever. Show me it. Because that's not possible. So, you know, this is where we find ourselves. Our people need to understand that they think I no long-term benefit. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It's a control thing. It's a manipulated process. And part of it now, I think it has become a societal thing. When you insert this, you got to do certain things. You got to do something or whatever it is. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But anyway, Mom, that means that
at one point, because you brought the children issue, right? Just before we can transition, Steve. To you parents out there, most especially parents or immigrant parents with kind of African descent or whatsoever, you better check on your kids because you can see it happening in this country. Now, when you call the schools and you're talking about your child, they will ask you, sir, can you give her the permission to call you he or she? I said, no, I'm telling you a boy. How should I give you a permission if you call a boy he? Because that's what they are doing. Let me tell you something. One time my picking came from school. He came from school. I was in the room. He came upstairs, right? He took off his shoes. He took off his socks. All his toes green. So I asked him, I said, bro, where's this? So I didn't talk. I knew exactly where he came from because he came from school. The next day I went on the campus. I met his teacher. I said, you know what? Let me tell you. I know boys don't pin their toes. I don't know what you are doing with this case here. I went to the principal. I said, the next time my picking come with pin on his toes, it will be your problem. Then you were like, no, it was just a clarity. I said, no, there are so many activities children can engage. I know what you guys do in this country. No boss or boss out there will be painting their toes. So to you parents out there, like I said, it's a cultural thing. It's not only the political, there is a cultural aspect to it. There's a population control thing to it. Monitor your kids. Don't assume that because they come from school, everything is okay. These people are indoctrinating children in school as young as 5 and 6 years old. So it's not only happening in Africa. Africa probably get a matter of time that for you to take over. And it will most definitely take over because of the economic aspect. So I'm just telling you, for you that even live in this great country, observe your kid. Look at the material, the book that they read. Just monitor them when they come from school. Watch their conversation, watch their movement. Because like I said, it's almost like a training camp now for little children with the whole gender reassignment thing. So you got to be very careful. It's vivid now for anyone to see. But go ahead, Steve. I just want to make that point.
No, I agree with you, Monk. I agree with you 100%. So talking on the trending political issues today, I know Milburn will be rejoining us any moment from now. Talking on the trending political issues, we'll spend a few minutes on there before we can transition into, having our people have their say for the day. We'll transition to the trending political issues at hand. Milburn, you've posted. Monk, you've posted. I have posted. I don't know if you posted about the president. What the president said today. I see some people trying to defend, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know what they're trying to do. But let's get one or two reactions. Let's start with Aliyu. Yeah, let's play
a video again, then we'll take it from there. Aliyu can take it from there.
Yeah, folks, let's listen.
That's why I said to minister to agencies, when you have an agency, make sure, apart from running an office, know your asset, so the army people know the demarcation, they know what land belongs to them. If they don't, there's a way to determine that. But we'll make sure that the army is not violating anybody's right.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them, but because
to reconsider who?
The
occupants.
The army is entitled to decent livelihood at their place. God is not making new land. That place is for the army.
Okay.
And the army is going there to take it back.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah, so Ali, let's start with you first to get a reaction. We'll go to Monk, then Milburn.
That is it. Like we've been saying, there are a lot of demolition going on across the country where people have been homeless, so many cries. And we've been talking, the president need to speak. At least when the president speak, people will get hope, because we know you, the president, these are your citizens, to see them being homeless because of evasion and other things, people crying every day. And the president has spoken, saying that the army, they need a better living condition, they need a better life. And the place, when it belongs to the army, they have to take it. God is not creating land. And for me, in my mind, I don't think a leader should speak like that, because you see the amount of demolition that going on in the country, people are crying. I think this is time that you can even talk to your army to put stop to it and see how you can really put things to place. Even if they will leave from there, but not that they are crying, that they are calling on you. They want you to speak and say something that will give them some set of relief. And you coming to speak like this as a president, I don't think that is good. President Baka, he's very old. He been in government. What I expected from him was to say, oh yes, I will talk to the army and I will see what to do in this situation. And then later, if we even take them from there, but I will see what to do. But to say the place for the people, God is not creating new land. So this goes to everybody now. If you know you're facing demolition or any other thing, eviction from the government, don't expect anything from the government. Just start packing your satoka whatsoever to find place. The president has spoken. One, it is for the government. You have to leave. God is not creating land. But for me, he's supposed to speak like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Mon, what say you?
For me, I got a whole different perspective, because from the beginning, the demolition is happening in diverse places. Satan, the other community, military barracks, 72nd, I don't know whether it's in Shuffling or whatsoever, in other places. The reason we call on the president to come and give reassurance what the fact is to establish legitimacy first. Identify the squatters from the people who claiming to have legitimate deeds to those properties. That was the first thing we call for. Because if you can establish legitimacy, then in terms of repossessing the land, it becomes easier because squatters don't have right on government property. That's something we know. But we got people saying that some of these cases are still yet to be adjudicated in court. Some people saying that they had their deeds since the 80s. So you cannot have them more confusion and then claim that you repossessing or taking back the land. But when you listen to the president, you know, they say he got wisdom, but I don't know about this wisdom. I'm yet to see where the president displayed wisdom. When you listen to his statement, he says it's not only the duty of the officials to know their ministry and their agency, they should also know their asset. Mr. President, it's not the job of the minister to conduct survey and know the land. There are instances wherein private property can be adjacent government property. So then he said, even if you don't know your asset, there is a way to determine. Okay, but what we are telling you to do, determine before you can seek repossession. Because you cannot assume that because military barrel is in 72nd, so all adjacent land near the military barrel belong to the military. Does that make sense? You got to go and verify. You got to conduct survey. You got to differentiate private property from government asset. You cannot just assume, oh, what happened if I bought my land closer to a military base? You are telling me because you are military, you come and take my personal property because it's near the military base. After you establish the demarcation, after you establish which premise are occupied versus the one that is for the government. So this president, he almost seems like a walking contradiction because when he said God is not producing land, people can interpret it in so many different ways, shape, and form. You could literally be saying that, okay, the military carry more power than usually can come and take your land. Or there are not too many land out there, so the government can come and take your land, even if you are the rightful owner. That's why it means, because God is not producing land. When God is not producing land, then it means there is scarcity of land out there. So since land is scarce, the government need to take back some land because land is scarce. And God is not in the business of producing land anymore. People can interpret it so many ways. So, like I said, there's so-called wisdom. And I saw a different contradiction from his own party chairman, Luther Tappet. He's saying that he's vowing to take legal action for unlawful land seizure. So the guy who's going to be the president is speaking recklessly, and the man who's not the commander-in-chief, at least he's showing some sense of accountability and leadership here. Because why would Luther Tappet say, I will take legal action against an illegal land grab and seizure? Because he knows there are people out there with legitimate claims to their land. But the man who's going to come with wisdom, the new Solomon of our generation, wise king, listen to how he speaks. Well, anyway, guys, how
do you react to the videos?
Well, I think from all indications, I think more John, there was some of the things that are on my mind already. But again, let me just chip in quickly that I don't think our president's statement was right, especially at this point, at this time, because why? These people, they are in tears and they have nowhere else to go besides their own government or to their leader. So as leader, to be speaking the way he spoke today, well, other people will say maybe the overplus wisdom, maybe trying maybe to please the other enforceable. I don't think that's the right way for me. From all indications, I think our president on today, Mandikon, I think he missed the mark, and I think he has to come back to apologize because the statement that the president made today that was taking us to the Wahala with the with the Capitol building incident, because the president went there that day. Send that day, the statement the president made that day, it forced the security officer to find all kinds of means to create evidence or to find evidence.
Yes,
just because the president made that statement, so they don't want the president to be shamed. So they had to do everything to get evidence. Hey man, Deacon. Anyway, my brother, so that's it.
Well, no, but let me contribute quickly, then we can go to the lines and hear from the people. Then we'll have more time to maybe deliberate on this issue vis-a-vis what he named Luther Tappet said. They won't play politics with it, but at the same time, they won't be realistic. This is a game against the Liberian people. So today I wrote that, Joseph Boakai spoke recklessly and irresponsibly. Absolutely. And let me stand by that statement on the show. You remember when President George, we are in the church when people were mourning, crying in a time of grief. President Weah came to the pulpit as the president. I don't care where you are. As long as you are the presidency is there with you. And when you speak, it's critically important that you speak not only with facts. And if you don't know the facts about it, it's okay for you to say, I don't know the facts surrounding it. I can't say much about it now. We'll revisit it when I gather the facts. But President Weah came out and said that people were having sex in a car or they were involved in a car. And we came on the same platform and we criticized President Weah and said that statement was reckless. I stand with it today. That statement I made. And I stand with the same statement I'm making today, that Joseph Numa Boaka's statement today was irresponsible and reckless. This is a sensitive issue. This is a sensitive issue. If the army knew that these people were there on the land for all this while, the army people or whatever it is, why gotta take them that long to get the people out? Why? What is different now that the army coming do right now? Then they gotta be rushing to get people out of there and break the land down. Let's just keep all factor constant. Let's agree that the army land, everything is adjudicated. Ain't a human being you dealing with? Ain't a human being? What if we can fix? What if we can talk? How we can have a conversation about even giving time for these people to leave or whatever it is? Why we can treat each other with dignity? And I see your United Party people trying to not everything you defend. This is insensitive and reckless. But this is not Joseph Boaka first time again. No one, like you said, he did the same thing with the Capitol building. He went there, he taught church. This is irresponsible. And we must hold these people accountable when they are reckless and irresponsible. And somehow we're not shy away from it. You can say we ain't supposed to say it way, and you're supposed to see somebody reach out to me, my inbox, oh, you know, and don't say it that way. I understand what you're saying, don't say it that way. How am I supposed to say it? How was I supposed to say it? And when I told the person, I said, carry out your punk attitude somewhere. Carry out your hypocritical attitude somewhere. Because when these people are doing wrong, instead of you holding them accountable and saying that what you did is wrong, you will sit there and enjoy everything. When the time kind of removed them and then said, we're talking to him, but you were not listening to him. You talk to him where? That the same thing I see some seditions and so other people telling President George we are today. All of y'all go sit down. You're hypocrites. All of you guys were there when you were doing what is wrong. And then the same thing I see with Joseph Boaka today. It is wrong. It is wrong. I don't care. Joseph Boaka can be 100 years old. If he behaved recklessly, I would say he's reckless. If he spoke recklessly, I would say he spoke recklessly. I ain't got different other English to speak. I ain't got a different way to say it. You want to say it a diplomatic way? You want to say it to be politically correct? Go say your Go write your on your page. Go say your But the way Joseph Boaka behaved today was irresponsible and reckless. And you need to start behaving irresponsible and recklessly at his age. You need to stop that foolishness. Maybe that's what you need to tell him. You need to stop that foolishness. And let me say this for the record. We did not elect a traditional leader or a cultural leader. We elected a president. So I don't care about your age thing and you know the traditionally or what. I'm not part of that traditional foolishness. I never joined tradition. I never joined no cultural thing. Joseph Boaka ran for the presidency of Liberia, not to be a traditional leader. He won't be a traditional leader. Let him go contest against Zanzan Kawai and other people.
That's all. And be a traditional man and leave the presidency.
So we not got no time for that foolishness. That thing where you can shield the presidents. You can make excuses for them. Everything the president say, you won't come amplify and make excuses and you call it spin or whatever. I ain't got no time for that crap. I don't have no time to spin nothing. I'm not here. You want spin it, go spin it. That's your business. I'm here to say as it is. Joseph Boaka was irresponsible and reckless. This is a sensitive issue. It must be handled with caution and care. And when the president opens your mouth, you need to stop the lies and the foolishness. Enough is enough. When you open your mouth, then you have some facts with it. Because that's how you respect president. That's how you respect the country. How can I open a president open your mouth? Everywhere you go, you open your mouth, that's so lie. When you're not lying, you're talking irresponsibly, you're talking foolishness. What kind of nonsense is this? We take the odious mayor among all our main president. Who never you go be talking foolishness in public? The one that ran on paper that lie and foolishness. The one that come from your mother read it that lie and foolishness again. Now what's going on? What is going on? What kind of old man addicted to lie and foolishness? And when you talk it, then you'll get vexed. then you're telling him to stop lying and acting foolish in public. Because you're not going to make all the laws stupid and foolish. No, I'm a Liberian. I'm not going to sit down, my president are foolish, and I may excuse it for him. I'm not going to do that. Joseph Bagara, our president, when he misbehaves and act foolish, I will call him out. All I want to say, Melbourne, Monk, and Masale.
Well, I got something to add to it. When you see the president action, people say Joseph Bagara government came with an arrest agenda. I said no, like Joseph Bagara came to arrest the Liberian people because the whole arrest agenda is not making sense. But when someone comes to power with our plan, then you can tell from their behavior, their action when they start governing. When it comes to major infrastructure development or giving the city an uplift, it wasn't part of this arrest agenda. The arrest agenda is supposed to be for agriculture, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. That's what I know about. I never one day heard Joseph Bagara talking about land reform on the campaign trail, or it's not even part of his agenda. So how come out of the blue sky we're seeing this land grab?
Yeah.
Right? How come when it started, it's not part of his plan, it's not part of the agenda, it's not something that they prepare for in terms of compensating people or providing resources for people to relocate. So how is happening in all communities all over the country or all over the city or in the county of Montserrat, to be most precise? Because he doesn't have a plan. There was a man who people had to remind him about drugs. People had to protest to walk to the executive mansion and remind him that the issue of illicit drugs is a national security issue. And the next thing you know, he on land grab. So when the land thing became part of this arrest agenda, and why is the motive, why is the intent, why are they trying to achieve? Because you got so many pressing issues. Okay, I understand we all want infrastructure development. We all want for our city to look like a city. But in doing this thing, they are long term. You got to plan. You got to create land. You got to allocate land for people to relocate. You got to compensate people. You got to go to court. You got to go and go to cases. They have to be adjudicated. People that will be the rightful owner, getting rid of scatter. But it was never part of the president's agenda. So are you telling me he's just doing things on the go without a clear strategy? Because of how we interpret it. This is not the most pressing issue in the country. 1 minute. What happened to the former agriculture minister? The last time when we were doing the breakdown of the budget, the money you allocated for even fighting drugs, we got people that are working as volunteers in the LDEA. We're talking about things that are impacting the nation economically, financially, or socially. You can't even address them. And the next thing, so it means you are only interested in creating more chaos. Like I said, Joseph Bagara never came to rescue, he came to arrest you. That's exactly what he's doing, by virtue of his own agenda. Because I don't know about land grab or land reform or trying to transform Morovia was part of the agenda. So I want for someone
to make this even clearer, you're 100% correct. I thought Joseph Bagara was coming to relieve our people and rescue them. Behold, they're making life even worse for people. And to be honest with everybody on the show here, part of the reasons they voted the Unity Party, the CDC out, is because the auditors think, look, this sensitive issue, you want to be careful with it. People don't forget the image of people being kicked out. I saw one other grown woman sitting there crying on the floor like small girl. Okay, if you can't even provide job for our people, the people that got small businesses that do one or two things, helping other people or taking care of their family, or even make a negotiation with them in a way that there will be a smooth transition. Why create this unnecessary thing for your government every day? Sometimes we don't even want to say anything negative or bad about the country, but you create the noise around it. You create the opportunity. You create a scene for it. Why do this? Why get involved with this? Why? I think the party chairman was even trying to clean up by saying they will go to court and do what the other wanted. But for you to come as a sitting president and make that kind of reckless statement, go ask President George Weah today. If President George Weah could take back that statement he made on the pulpit that day about Gifty Lama, Peters, he would take it back. He wouldn't have said it.
Thank you so quickly before we go to the line for me. I can always be thinking that maybe it's the surrounding of our people. Maybe, that's the problem. But some of the people that you said, Steve, the leaders, when they come outside to the way they talk, I think they are the problem because sometimes we shift blames. Oh yeah, the people that surround these people, they are the one creating all the chaos. They are the one that making, in fact, wrong decisions and here and there. But for a leader of a country, I don't know, maybe Reverend Tapper now, he want to move now from being maybe a political man now to be a person now, I think. Now what you going to do, but I don't know how far you're going to go with the issue or with the court, whether it's not political statement. And because his president will not be saying different thing, then he be saying different thing. Well, any other thing before we go to the line quickly to
But
get
that
out?
have been normal thing in the unity party. Everybody can say their own. So the president finish say Dr. Tape finish say so like you say, if Dr. Tape mean well, we'll see the action that he's going to take. Like I said, the president he shouldn't has or you make that kind of remark. Yeah, you're supposed to give your people hope, at least by saying, okay, with everything that is going on, I will talk to the army and we'll see what to do. Even if our people will be removed from over there, we try to put some things in place. But there is nothing like Monk said, when you come to power with our plan, you will just be all over the place.
Definitely random thing.
Yes, and this is why today the government, they just do it randomly. They go on this side, they hold the one, they come on this side. They don't have nothing to stick to. So instead of rescuing Liberian, they are arresting them. So I take it for
all right, let's go to the line to take few calls. Hello to the first caller, David King. David, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, please 1 minute. Yeah.
Why the street that God is not creating land any longer? But there's a one guy you remember, he's sitting on the highway. The next government will make sure and break that house and straighten that road in rear. And the next thing here is the statement made by speech by George Reagan said, you are two women and men, women being in the car. President Reagan did not say that. He said, if even for women or men business, nobody has the right to take away another person's life. That's what he said. And I challenge
Are you serious?
All right, thank you. Thank you, quickly to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Mabel, and good evening to your fellow panelists.
Yes, my brother, 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is the Call Board Chairman, and TOP with me. I join you from Superior District 4. Mabel, the reason why, people are always saying, let the president speak now. Even now, the president, all other presidents, I can remember, you doing television, oh, television speak, go to the radio. Go to the radio. The reason why I want to do that is, when leadership speak, they speak, or hope. As a leader, when you speak, you give hope to your people. But then the way the party can be speaking in time of crisis, brother, it don't give any hope. The party just spoke recklessly and uselessly. You don't speak that in that form and manner.
All right, thank you. To this caller, good evening. All right, keep the calls coming 077-0203-125. That's the number this evening to call to be part of the Sktv show. Hello, this caller, good evening.
Hello, neighbor.
Yes, my brother, go ahead.
Thank you very much for your story. Neighbor, this is our address portion of the Omega Map. Neighbor, the statement made by that person like you could just please. Neighbor, again, I just forgotten this statement I ever seen from national leader. When your citizens are going through condition, unfavorable condition, then you, the president, are supposed to say to neighbor, you know what our president statement remind me about? It reminds me about the story about Joe. Joe was very sick, when those three guys find out to visit Joe. Nothing to say that will console Joe. It's not the president statement. You see your citizens going through that kind of trauma. Then you come here to say, God, stop creating land. You see that kind of thing? It's very painful. He adding too much time to the head that the people are going through.
All right, thank you so much, my brother. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, I'm Isa Kama. I join from the Fosile community. Yeah, the Unity Party government, they are not organized. Yeah, they are not organized. Like in the housing unit, they paying to local country. So the information means of different thing, means of different thing. President can say so. The people not organized because in sensitive cases, where like, I was listening to the panel last week, you see the barrier, the army people have on, but then they get people residing on the other side and have their land deed. You understand? Then the people go to barricade the whole road barbed wire, the people crying. In fact, I was even told that the fire we're gonna raid to the court to issue for them to the army put the hold, they refuse to hold the raid. And you have been ready to issue one hour soon, ready to refuse up to today. The sheriff wants 7 a raid because of the position he refused to accept the raid. What kind of recklessness like that? You president, people hoping on you. You get a program, say generally your other kind of question will try to load into A and see where is the fight. And you know, say to do or lay background check because our people can suffer. They vote up, they hoping on at least tomorrow we should stay for them. Then you can't make reckless statement like it.
Thank you, my brother. Isa today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, everyone, and to the panelists on the show. I'm Arvin Johnson, calling from Control District 4, the chair for the Council of Grants of Justice. You see, in the budget, we try to talk about issues concerning this president, and people try to argue and argue. We don't know what we are saying. This president ain't care for the Nigerian people. Because as a leader, if you get nothing to say, you start in the situation. Or I will see what I can do. I will talk to the Justice Ministry. I will talk to the Defense Ministry to see how we can get things in place. You need to say anything to make people feel bad or feel funny about the government. As I don't say about the Sktv-Lib issue. People overlooked the issue yesterday. And it wants other people today. That is thinking going also. That the brother come on national radio and try to play for all the other people that are struggling, that is finding food to eat, they are things outside, rainfall, they just they pay the book, the area, the next day, never rainfall at night. People sitting in the court, children in school. And the president comes to in the manner. We just started for the country right now.
All right, thank you so much. Today's caller quickly. Good evening, please, 1 minute. Yes, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
I'm still recording for Twazo.
Okay, go ahead.
And you see, my brother, one of the problems that we're facing is that most of the leaders in the past, they have been thinking for next election. So what we do to move the country, they never did it. One of the problems, people to do party with them, and all of them after the oil, it took 2 years, the problem of back and forth and of cannot carrying power. But it's there. They just take all the public there, but time will come to take it off. The people will come and say, oh, they won't let.
So let me ask, do you think it is the right way to take people out or to put in, you know, out of some of this? I come in, yeah. I'm just asking you to not be emotional because it may be you tomorrow. You think it is the right thing to do? You think it is the right way to go about with some of these things? I'm asking you, then you refer me to someone else. I'm asking you, my brother. Okay, no problem. Let me move straight to Hager, going on Freedom FM. My dear brother, good evening.
Good evening to you, Johnson. Let me say thanks for having me on your show tonight. It's good to be on your platform.
Wonderful, welcome.
Thank you. So, Memo, today's statement from the president is one of those terrible, is amongst those terrible statements that I've ever heard from a leader. But mind you, now I am not surprised. This is not the first time. You know, the last time when there was this issue about deportation of Liberians from the U.S., the president mounted a national podium and made a denigrating statement against Liberians living in the U.S. So with what is happening now to residents of 72nd, again, I want you to know this. This is a trap that is being set for government to come out of this government. One, if you want to go back and say those who have their land or who have their land currently that the AFL took because of power or whatever, let's give it back to them. The next government that will come, when you want to do that, the AFL will feel like you are against their interest. So this government, as you know, the United Party, you also remember about the issue about the federal land. that the former government had to come after the Unity Party have broken people's homes. The places they said they were about to develop, never go to the federal end today and see how those places is. Let's also look at all of the happenings in the country. But again, some of us are not surprised. These are things that we said to people before. This old man, every time Blackers speak arrogantly. And this is just how the government is running on arrogance. So you listen to our leaders speaking recklessly and uselessly as if to say he's now a man who has serving government for 42 years. I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed.
All right, my dear.
After the next caller, I got AB on the line. We'll take one call from the US after that caller.
All right, go ahead. Don't take him before. Yeah.
AB, go ahead. You live. Fire.
Hey, Bob, how you doing, man?
Man, we're doing great. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Right. Let me say the social chairman.
Yeah, Steve, the man back.
Great to hear from you guys. Listen, the topic here is recklessness at its higher level. Look, I've never seen a chaotic government in Liberia. Even the water, I didn't see the water. I don't think government to be so chaotic as this government is. For President Walker, the first elected president in our country, to get this kind of selective amnesia, we went on an early justice studies home and took a pilot hotel and around our vicinity. But one of the effective people who were there, early justice studies managed to intercede in that place, and then despite the fact that people never had any deeds for those areas legally, they were squatters. They managed to find a solution. There was a soft landing. But for this president to come on air, people telling you that they got deeds for areas, they were occupying the area even before the barriers were erected. And this led to speak represent like this. There's no compassion. And people are sitting there giving justification for it. It's troubling. I don't know how to explain this, man. I've never seen this kind of drama in our country, man.
Yep.
This government has resulted into the government of clarification. And they're going to clarify Barker State again tomorrow with Mika. So it's troubling. The insensitivity is just mind-boggling. I don't understand it, bro. And people got to look at that. Seriously, it's critical. If you get your citizenry, they are sitting in the street and you're demolishing places that cost millions of dollars more than the worth of the land. And you're not even calculating that. And you come and they just literally put gas in the fire. Then they can do whatever you're talking about. God not creating any land. Who told you God created land anywhere? Do you know the issue of a land? Look at what happened in Palestine today and Israel. It's because of land dispute. Nothing else that have come into that whole chaos over there. So is the case with Burma and other places.
Greenland.
For this man to be so insensitive, it's sad, man. But let me not take all of your time, man.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let me go back to our line here. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my brother. Go ahead.
Good evening to my brothers on the other side. Anyway, I'm Beto. I'm calling you from the island this evening. The statement I listened to Chestnut from our president. Seriously, the statement from the president, Mr. Bwaka, to tell the Liberian people say, God not creating land again. That's why you tell people? But it's sweet for us, people. It's sweet for us.
Oh, thank you. God, good evening. Hello? Yes, my brother. Good evening. Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us?
Okay, so my name is Martin Singer-Tucker. And I joined you from Painesville this evening.
Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, let me say hello to your studio panelists and others who are listening to the radio. So as it relates to the aspect on this, the topic of discussion, I think the president's statement that indeed God is not making new land is just realistic. If you can remember Mabon, the president told us that he's not in leadership for 2029. He's in leadership for Liberia. So he's not going to be political in making some statements. He want to be very realistic, and being realistic, it can hurt. The two can hurt. Yeah, he said God is not making new land, and that is a realistic statement. Nowhere in the world that God is not creating new land. The lands are being owned.
So what happened to the people that are crying, his citizens that are crying for help, and they are all in the streets? What's going to happen to them?
those who went on the EFL land, on the quote unquote the buried land, I think that was long, it's long overdue. They are our citizens. We have empathy for them. But to be frank, they were being consulted, they were being engaged from Malasarin time. If you remember, the first time Malasarin, the play point in Malasarin left because you should hear.
All right. Thank you so much to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead, brother.
We're talking the post started talking about we was saying we say you got to sit down and watch before you vote. But then they go because you see that they lying on somebody or they're saying something switch that you want to go and join to see that. When they get them the notice to move from over there, you know, they see that the way it happens when we are down on the airport, that what the government gonna do. So that's why they were wasting time.
But some of the people down there, let me be frank, wherever some of you are coming quickly 30 seconds, some of the people down there, they are claiming that the land that they are on is not for the armed forces of Liberia. So that means you are also claiming and I'm claiming. So what's the best solution?
Yeah, but that's why they did not finish speaking. They did not finish speaking. The man said, so they talk about the letter. They told me the person who is depending on the top of you, they can say that one. Tell me, what will we say?
Okay. I think you knew him, my dear, but so the last caller quickly go back to our team because no time. Hello, yeah, go ahead.
James Flores calling from Firestown. You know, way back, the army were living in a barrel and surrounding the barrel, they have houses in there. Because people were there, they had the land there, people do into that place. They had people, they had income there, got better down. Then they had a football field. You see, the people had houses in there. People just run the city for nothing. See, that place people are living there. You ask any old man will tell you, people are living there with a whole armor, brother, in a barrel where you say kill a man, they call 3 guys here in the barrel. Ask people will tell you.
Wow. All right. Thank you. Even I agree with you that even where maybe town or village or anywhere you go, you will still meet people, especially our traditional people. But Mark, Steve, and Brother Aliu, I think we have roughly about 7 more minutes to go. So I'll lead back to you people so that we'll be able to respond to our people that are going for the day.
Yeah, let Ali go first.
Thanks to our callers, thanks to those in the comment section. Like I said, the president, the statement he made today, it was not good. You see what happening to your people in the country. At least you're supposed to give them hope, instead of discouraging them and making them to be hopeless. As a leader, you don't speak loosely like that. You always have to be careful what you say. Like Steve said, this is a sensitive issue. You should know how to address it as a leader. This man is 81-year-old or 80-year-old president now, being in government for the 2 years plus 3 years of his presidency. Now that's for the 5 years. And we see the experience that he brought to the table. People call him, this is a man of wisdom. I don't know when he's going to apply wisdom. Like I said, that question today, okay, yes, I know why my people are going through the army, that land, they want to take it, it belongs to them, they want to remove the people, but I will talk to the defense minister and we will see what to do. Even if they will take the people from there, but it can't be now because of what happening, we will talk about it and we'll get back to our people. At least, those people, they were going to sleep tonight and take a deep breath. But today, the way in which the president spoke loosely, it is heartbreaking, and a leader don't speak like that. It was a great show. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to the mosque. I'm not sure of being here. But again, that's it. Have a good day, guys.
Thanks, Ali. For me, what I can say is we listen to the callers. Thanks for calling. I know some of you always play a classical politics, or we are looking at from the imperative side, the human side of things. We're looking at the economic condition. When government engage in land grab, they got plan. They allocate resources. They make provision for transitioning. Because we all know, we were taught in high school that land is a fixed capital. God never been creating land since he was done with creation. So we don't need a lecture from Joseph Barker about that. They want some of you who calling to play defense. I wonder why you should ask yourself, why Madam Salif and George we are never followed through? Because they know it was now a priority. And people property existed before even the construction of the barracks. So if anyone is going to encroach on someone else's land, it's more than likely that even the military encroached on some people's personal property because they were there before the military barrier was constructed. That's just common sense. So not everybody over there is a squatter. When Joseph Boaga tells you that God is not in the business of creating land, what he say, whether you are a legitimate owner or you are a squatter, the military and the government carries more power to take your land because there is not too many land out there. That's what he meant. And like Abby said, they will come to quantify his statement because of why United Party is good at. They always correct the president, maybe, but then when he used speech rhetoric, it came from him mouth directly. So I will be looking to see the kind of a spin they will put on such a reckless statement. Because I know when you have tough economic conditions, I don't know how land grab became part of this president's agenda. How it became a national issue when you got people already struggling on a day-to-day basis. I understand eminent domain. When you want to carry on something like capital-intensive project, where they want to build roads, I understand that. But in this case, with the president, their massive demolition exercise, I don't know where it's coming from. And I believe this president believes he won't be on the ballot 2029, so he could care less, because I know presidents that are interested in going for second term, they know how to tread politically, but the president, their level of recklessness means that he's not interested. He know he won't be on the ballot or 4 years down the road. I think that's why he's doing it. He just want to leave so they can say, oh, he did this. This kind of a confusion, because I don't call it legacy. Legacy, when you're doing something positively, then not legacy. But when you're creating confusion that will just break families apart, destroy people's livelihood, destroy businesses, then what can I say? That's why he's doing it. Because it makes no sense to me. It's not part of the arrest agenda. Nothing in Joseph Boaga agenda talk about land grab or land reform or the demolition of property across the entire county or the country. No. So I don't know. Mr. Marlowe or call me, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, Monk, thank you. I think we're almost out of time, so that we can give Milborn the time to transition from one program to another. But let me say this. For those of you who one of the brother called and said President Joe Weah didn't say that, and the same foolishness we're talking about here. Yeah, President Joe Weah said that. Yes, he did. I ain't got no reason to lie on him. So let's leave this making excuses for presidents and
1 second with you. Yeah.
Spinning,
go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
Spinning or trying to change things. I'm not part of that. What the president did today, I agree with Monk and Mr. Masale and Milborn. It shows that he doesn't care about the ordinary people. But you should also think about where the president was today when they're asking that question. He was at the military barrack. He was when he answered that question. So think about his location. This is bad. This is insensitive. This is reckless and irresponsible from the president. He doesn't even know the facts. Now I can guarantee you, there is no way, if there was any case for the people to get their land back or have any kind of adjudication or anything like that, it's done. It's done. Because the president undermined anything that's supposed to have been done in the case of the law. To see why he undermined the situation at the Capitol building. And this needs to stop. He needs to be told that he needs to stop. This is not a joking matter. It's very serious. Land business can bring problem in a country. It can bring problem because people feel that you are stepping over them and stepping on their rights. So I want to stop there for the day. Milborn, thank you. By the grace of God, we'll be here tomorrow.
Wonderful. And let me join all of you and say thanks to all of our callers, our listeners, and those of you, we all want better Liberia. That's why the issue of rescue, if you understand that saying, rescue, thing Liberia, love Liberia, another bill Liberia. Nobody is saying that government shouldn't take any land, maybe that they want to develop, like Mon just said. But there's a process, there's a thing that you can do to get your citizen out. It's very easy. Get them out, talk to them, and give them some level of respect. Then when they move from there, you can do whatsoever development that you want to do. But to just yeah.
I mean, when you're done, Mr. Marlowe take home for 1 minute, please.
Yeah.
You learn forever.
Okay,
but go ahead.
Good afternoon, guys.
Yep.
Listen, these people putting, a veil in front of our faces to preempt what they really want to do. This thing, what they want to do is to destroy everything George Weah built. You see that parking PhD? That the next place the military will clean. You see, they say they're going to renovate and spray Springfield, that invisible park they're going to play. This old man wants to destroy everything Josh way up there. But he's starting there. So people can say, where the army was cleaning up like these stupid ones you see call it. Where the old man was, right? This and that, because it's not happening to them.
Yep.
But what he's trying to do, he's trying to preempt something that they want to do even bigger.
Yep.
And they're testing the pulse of the Liberian people. And because they will sit down and let this one happen to the poor people, when they're ready to clean those parts out,
nobody will complain.
They will not have to do anything.
Yep.
So you don't watch out for what's really going to happen. That PHP part, they want to claim. They will say it for AFL land. They want on Springfield, they will say they're extending the wrong way of Springfield, they will move that invisible part. Watch my word and see what's going to happen. Ain't got nothing to do because there is no sense. The AFL is not doing something in the next 1, 2, or 3 months.
Yes. So why the hurry?
And if you wanted to move the people into that order, why you didn't make any plan? What happened to disaster relief?
Yep.
Why no government agency even acting? These people got ulterior motives, and I hope you think about it.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Marlo. Thanks, guys. It was a great show. I'll see you folks on Monday. I won't be here until Monday. Thank you. Wow.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Monitor people who willing to sell. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents from there. The welcome and life we have here.
A lyrical health.
Master.
Clear police who make on you. I can't Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina can I say my jamo. And yes, I know money. The more I know. And you love me. The more I know what it is.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the biggie, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who waiting to sell. The blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise from best. The world with my life we have here. From Grandfather Nima to Lusa, from Riverside to Raji to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat to San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bunktown to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.